What is going on, Bucs fans? Evan Wanish here, back at you with yet another video talking about the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. And today we have an injury report slash update for you guys. Now, the Buccaneers have really had a lot of issues with injuries the past week or so, really, especially on the defensive side of the football. The first injury report that was released on Wednesday had not one offensive player, not one, zero offensive players on the injury report. They were all on defense. So, Buccaneers defense is pretty banged up ahead of their matchup against the New Orleans Saints. So hopefully they can get healthy enough to be able to play. And then you got the bye week. So we'll see. But Greg Allman of Fox Sports says Carlton Davis did practice today for the Bucs. Did not say at what capacity, whether it was limited or full participation, but he did practice today. So that's a positive sign. But Jamel Dean, Kalijah Cansey, Shervasi Dennis, and Derek Pitts were not practicing. Now, he does not have any update on Devin White, it appears, but it does not look like any of those guys were practicing. Devin White, of course, did not practice as well yesterday. So was Vita Vea. Vita Vea did not practice. So, and Pewter Report also said that there was no Vita Vea there. So, it is interesting. We'll see if Carlton Davis can go. He's again practicing, but he was practicing last week too, and it seemed like he was kind of on track to play in that game against Philly, but ended up being a last minute inactive. So I think you're going to take it day by day with Davis. Doesn't seem like Dean is on track to play. Got hurt in the Monday Night Football game, came back in, got hurt again, and then was out for the rest of the game. So, not sure if you're going to be seeing Jamel Dean. So the Bucs might be a little bit thin at corner, especially if Derek Pitts can't go either. That's a big miss as well. So we will see if the Bucs corners can be healthy. Now, Vita Vea would just be a massive loss. Hopefully, Vita Vea can practice on Friday. If he can't practice on Friday, I'm not sure his chances of playing in the game and the Bucs' chances of winning that game go down immensely. So, Vita Vea, they need him, especially a defensive line that struggled last week against the run. Alvin Kamara is back for the Saints now. They need Vita Vea to be out there and be available for them. So it'd be huge if he was. Pewter Report did say that Devin White was warming up. Not sure how much he practiced, but that's a positive sign. Devin White was dealing with a groin injury, but was listed on the injury report as a foot injury too. So might be dealing with a little bit more than just that groin. Hopefully he's able to come back. We all saw on the interception was really not running really well. Then wasn't on the following series. So really gutted out that game against Philly there. But Devin White playing would be important. But man, losing Vita Vea would just be massive, 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 especially with Kalijah Cansey. Probably not going to play again. And I've gotten some questions about Kalijah Cansey. I would think after the bye week is a bit more realistic. I personally think the Bucs rushed him. I think after being in training camp, missing all of training camp and the preseason with that calf injury, he practices the first week, plays in the first game. It felt like they just rushed him a little bit, re-aggravated that injury, and now he's missed the past 2 games. So hopefully he can come back after the bye week. I'm not expecting him to be back this week, though, in New Orleans. I would expect him to be out. Shervasi Dennis, probably the same thing. Didn't practice all last week, hasn't practiced this week. So we will see if those guys can go, but the injuries on the Buccaneers defense have been big. And I just mentioned names Carlton Davis, Jamel Dean, Devin White, Vita Vea. I mean, that's 4 of their better starters on defense. Like, it is massive, massive, massive if those guys can't go. But the issue is, even if they do go, they might not be 100% healthy, and they probably won't be 100% healthy. So it is a kind of a dilemma that the Bucs find themselves in this upcoming Week 4 game here. The Saints' offense has not been great, so it's not like you're facing some high-powered unit, but you want to have your guys out there. And right now, the Buccaneers do appear to be short-handed on the defensive side of the football. Like I said, Carlton Davis is practicing. He practiced last week, didn't play. We'll see if he can practice again this week consistently and be able to suit up on Sunday. The Buccaneers also were preparing for this, working out William Jackson and Tay Hayes, two veteran corners. So we talked about that on the channel. You can go check out that video for more information on that. And they were preparing for that. I think they're preparing to maybe be without a guy like Jamel Dean. Now, obviously, they have not signed to the recording of this video so far. They have not signed William Jackson or Tay Hayes, so not sure about that status there. But Todd Bowles said they would look to add a corner depending on the health of Carlton Davis and Jamel Dean. So hopefully they're both able to be okay. Davis, hopefully he's able to play. Dean, I'm not sure if he's going to play. I think it's sort of leaning towards no, especially not practicing again today. Vita again, would just be a massive, massive loss. And Devin White seems like he's progressing in the right direction. So we'll see if he can suit up as well. But let me know what you guys think about the Buccaneers. Injuries starting to mount up here pretty early in the season. I mean, only 3 games, and the amount of injuries on the defensive side of the football, where the Bucs are pretty thin. Like, they don't have a ton of depth. So the amount of injuries they have on that side of the ball are pretty important, pretty critical. Hopefully they can get a lot of these guys healthy enough to be able to play. With that bye week, you have that week of rest there. Hopefully you can power through this week, be healthy enough to get over that bye week healthy and come out of this for a stretch run here where you're going to have a lot of games in a row. But injuries are mounting up. So let me know what you guys think about the Buccaneers injuries. Are you worried about them? Are you worried about a particular player missing the game against New Orleans? Let me know how you think that might impact the game against New Orleans. I'm curious to hear that as well. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and go Bucs.